Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarah van Gridden, aka Mr. VG, and welcome to our next video in geometry practice, where we are going to look at how can they ask geometry, in a grade 9 exam. But in this one, we are going to look specifically at quadrilaterals. How can they ask quadrilaterals? Well, basically, they are going to ask you quadrilaterals to use their properties and mix it up with other geometry theorems. For instance, in the figure, ABCD is a rhombus, with angle B1 being x, angle C2 being 2x plus 30, and the question is calculate with reason the value of x. There's one little mistake in this picture. What is the mistake? If it is a rhombus, then all four sides are actually equal to one another. Don't forget about this. But what other properties does a rhombus have? Now you've got to know them. First of all, the diagonals are bisected. But they're not just bisected. They're bisected at a 90 degrees. So all those angles at F are the same. So I want to try and bring those x's closer to one another, because they're kind of apart from one another. So I'm going to try and use my other geometry to try and bring them closer. So why don't I use parallel lines? Don't forget that a rhombus is still a parallelogram, so there are parallel lines. So in other words, I can use the F, the U, or the N. Now I don't have an F, I don't have a U, but I'm going to try the N. I'm going to try alternate angles. That little x, where's the alternate angle with that little x? Let's look. Boom, go down, boom. Oh my goodness, it's at D2. So D2 is also x. To make life a little bit easier for myself, I'm just going to draw triangle DFC for myself. Let's put in the information I've got. I've got a 90 degrees at F3. I've got D2 as being x. Now I've got C2 as being 2x plus 30. Whoa! I can use interior angles of a triangle. Oh my goodness, woo! But wait, I haven't written anything down. So I've got to first go to the examiner and say to them, wait. Why is F3 90 degrees? Because diagonals of a rhombus. Next up, angle D2 is x. Why? Because it's an alternate angles, because AB is parallel to CD. Oh wow, now we're getting closer. Last but not least, x plus the 90 plus the 2x plus 30 is 180. Why? Because of interior angles of a triangle. And now I'm just going to solve for x. So I'm going to transpose the 90 and the 30, and I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and I get a value of x equal 20 degrees. As easy and as simple as that. Sure. So quadrilaterals, ladies and gents, is very seldom, just asked on its own. Most of the time, quadrilaterals are asked, just get their properties from the information, and then we use other geometry methods to solve them. Like in this next example. They give me that BADC is a kite. They give me that BD is 8 centimeters and AE is 3 centimeters. And the question is, what is the length of AD? Try it yourself. Hit the pause button and try it yourself. When I look at this shape, I'm going to start by what does it mean if a shape is a kite? Well, that one pair of diagonals are bisected at a 90 degrees, and AB is equal to AD and BC is equal to CD. Now, here's just a little bit of a note, and this is actually a very important thing that I thought about now as I was speaking to you. Actually, they have to tell you which pairs of adjacent sides are equal. So actually, they have to tell you that AB is equal to AD and BC is equal to CD, because if we do it other way around, then we actually can't answer the question. So please remember that they'll actually have to tell you which pairs of adjacent sides are equal. Now, what else? Now I've got to kind of start bringing things together. The angles are also the same, but that's not going to mean much for me. So if I start thinking about this, BD is 8. So ED must be 4 because that line is bisected. It's cut in two. I have a right angle triangle. I can use Pythagoras. Woo! But I haven't written anything down for the examiner. So let's first start. What must I write first? First of all, that BE is equal to ED, and they are both 4 centimeters because of diagonals of a kite. Next up, angle E2 is 90 degrees. Again, diagonals of a kite. Understand, my wonderful young students, my young Padawans. You have to have a 90 degree to use Pythagoras. That's why you have to write it down. Technically, your teacher can say, oh, if you don't got the 90, I'm not going to mark further because you can't use Pythagoras. You don't know. Then I'm going to simply calculate AD as being 5 centimeters because of Pythagoras. Don't forget to give a reason. Ladies and gents, this is Sarah van Grinnen, aka Mr. VG, signing out. Have a gorgeous, amazing, wonderful rest of your day. Don't do too many irresponsible things, but please keep yourself safe. Cheers.